What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another GT March Open recap. Played on Sunday, March 17th, 2024. I believe we're playing as a black pieces in this one. So let's flip it. Our opponent's name is Brian. I was a little worried about Brian because he's like 8 years old. And several times during the game, he would get up and walk away and go watch other games, which I was like, okay, fine, you do that. Yeah, I'll gladly let you lose time. He played e4, we played a Sicilian, and he played knight f3. And I was like, awesome. We're not gonna get an Alapin. We're gonna get like an open Sicilian. I'm gonna get to play a timing off. We're gonna have fun. So I start my timing off, and he plays a delayed Alapin, and I was like, are you serious? So I have to play d5. He takes. I take with the queen, because that's what you're supposed to do in the Alapin. Because, well, I mean, I could have taken either way, really. I guess there's not so much pressure put on here. This is still an option. Again, not great. I would just fall back, probably back to d8. Now he doesn't play that immediately. Instead, he goes for d4, and you're like, oh, you're playing the Sicilian. You gotta take d4. No, you don't. I continue my timing off setup with a pawn here, pawn here, pawn here. He plays a4, which I did not understand. I guess he's stopping b5. That's his point, is he doesn't want b5 to come. So I was like, okay, I just develop normally, let everything flow. We're just doing our thing. I did not understand this move at all. It let my knight get in here for free. And then I put my queen behind the hanging bishop, to which I would gladly trade off. And I was afraid of something like knight here. I was afraid of knight here. I was afraid of even knight here. And this move I felt like was really keeping my queen out of where it wanted to be. Because I had nothing good after this move. So I went ahead and put my queen back in the box. And he pushed. I was like, okay, well, I'll go backwards. And then he, just kept pushing. So I played here, put pressure on this. He defended it. It's defended this way. I thought he would go bishop here, which he did. I played f5. Why did I play f5? f5 is the best move, by the way, because I didn't want to allow knight e4. Knight e4 would have put me like over here, combined with a d6 push, really throwing everything I have, off center. He was really trying to push this pawn. So I played f5, disallowing anything here, and if here, it just hangs a pawn. So he played queen d2 again. I played bishop f6 for a good reason, because it didn't have any other good squares, and it was actively a bad piece. This is defended by this. That is a huge part of the game, because there are several times where something goes here and the rook is cut off, or the rook moves and it's not defending that anymore, but the bishop is. Bishop here was just kind of like to trade the knight off maybe, and if queen took, then knight takes. But then he plays b3, and I'm like, okay, great, we can win a rook. It's possible. I had to bring my other rook in, rook ae8. I didn't like rook f because I can't would have taken it away from this. He played rook ad1, right behind his queen, and I played h6. I thought there was gonna be some funny business here. Also, I was getting ready to push g5. He played knight back, allowing two pieces to attack this with only one defender. I couldn't get. I mean, I could have played rook e5, but objectively not the best move. Best move by Stockfish is g5, and obviously, again, I've got a winning position here. It's only a +1, right? I'm not up any material, but based on where my pieces are and how my coordination is, Stockfish prefers my position. So g5, like here, but then I would have had this hitting the queen. I get it. Okay. But I hit the queen anyway. I don't do anything drastic. My position's still good. Knight takes e5. What is knight takes e5? He played queen back. I played rook up. He offered a rook trade, and I offered a free queen. He took. I took back. So I got rid of one of these defending pieces. I gave a check first, forcing his king to what I thought to be a worse position. Then I took the rook, he takes, and then I planted my bishop on d4. And honestly, he probably should take it. He plays knight back. I play bishop back. Again, one of those positions where this is being attacked but it's defended. I played b5. He takes, I take. He couldn't take it again because of my bishop. So he played knight back. I really didn't know where it was going. His knights dance a lot in this game. I played g5 like I wanted to. My position is still slightly better. I play rook e8. He plays queen down. Again, attacking this and this. But I just played king g7. I can't tell you why I played king g7. There's a reason for it. There was something I was maybe afraid of. Maybe it was that. But he plays h4, and I play g4. Kick his knight back, and I play c4 because I think, I'm so clever. His queen's not guarding this knight anymore, but it is. I hit it, and I missed this opportunity. In a couple moves, right here, you see it's a blunder, and it's a blunder because of bishop here. It's a skewer. You win material. In fact, you don't just win material; you are completely up the material. But I think if I had gone here, he would have taken here, and then get checkmated there. Here, he can't just leave it. But at the same time, now he's lost. He can give the check, I attack it, and then he can go here. But now I go here, and can I deflect? What if takes? Oh, he has to go up. Okay. So that's not even that. That's the best move. It would be bishop here. And knight back here. Takes. And maybe bishop here? Yeah, it's plus 35 now. There's nothing that can really be done. Now it's made in 22. Because takes, and takes. And now I'm just up a queen. Yeah, okay. Just stuff I wish I would have seen. Just a skewer. But I didn't see it. So I traded the rook. I wanted to defend the pawn, and then he played that, and I was like, okay, well, there's no way to defend the pawn. So I went ahead, lost the pawn, brought my bishop back. He brought his knight back out. I pin it. Again, pretty sure. No, I didn't miss anything here. He defends while hitting my bishop. I play bishop back. I play bishop back to try to reroute, and you can't take this because it's still defended by the queen. So he plays king up. I play bishop back, hitting the queen, and hitting the knight 2 times. He plays knight here. I play bishop back. I'm a lot of backwards bishop moves. Bishop d6. He completely hangs a knight. All I have to do is trade queens here, and after knight takes, I take this knight. But I didn't see it. I didn't want to trade queens. So now I'm threatening mate. It says this is a miss. I don't know why it's a miss. What's better? Bishop takes f4. Oh, bishop takes here is better. After takes check and win another piece. Okay. But here I'm threatening mate. And I looked at this and I sat back and I was like, how's he gonna stop it? I was like, how is he gonna stop this mate? Well, it's very easy. All you do is move the knight. And I was like, fine. I was like, then I'll skewer the queen and the knight. And I took the knight. He took my bishop. I was much more worried about this because it's like, what do I do after that? And I was like, well, I'll just move down. And then he's not threatening this anymore. But he takes, I take, and I take that with check. And now I have my threat. My threat after this move is check here and mate. And that's what I saw. That's what I wanted. I have a mate there. I have a mate here. I have check here. Forcing his king here's mate and there's mate. And I was like, I have everything. I could even go here, check, here, and I mean his king's white out. Give it check, and just check all the way to mate. But he finds queen b7 check. I move to g6, and he finds the only move that prevents this square. It prevents this square. It prevents this square. The only square it doesn't prevent is this square. But that's not as strong now because the queen is here. Actually, maybe it was even better. Queen takes h4 is the second best move. Queen e4 is the best move. Queen e4, I guess to stop any checks. I don't know. Actually, I play king h5. And I'm thinking, I know that he has this check. And he plays it. I play king up, and I take the pawn. And he just gives me check after check after check after check after check after check after check. And I thought, oh, I'll just... Oh, whoops, sorry. He has to stay on this this diagonal to give me a check. And I thought I could get my king out. Because he gave me this check at one point. And I was like, oh, I'll get my king out here. And then he gave me this check. And I was like, okay, well, my king's not going to get out. So I had to come back, and he gave me another check. And then I came back, and he gave me like a check here or something. No, he didn't, because he didn't let me get out. He gave me another check here, and I was like, okay, well, I'll go here. I was like, where's your check at now? And he's like, check here. And I was like, fine. And I was like, went here. And he was like, oh, funny, check here. And I was like, okay, and check here. And I went back. And he's like, oh, that's funny, check here. And I was like, okay, here. He's like, oh, check here. I was like, all right, check here. I was like, never mind. I was like, all right, it's a draw. If I try to block with the queen, I didn't like where this pawn was. Let's see. Could I have caught that pawn? Yes. Okay. Well, good to know. I don't know. This is good for me. Oh, because I can go here. Oh, no. He goes here, but I connect. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know I could catch that d pawn. I really didn't. I thought I was way too far behind it. But after here, he's in zugzwang. He has to go here. I come up. He goes back. I come here. He takes it, but I take. And he can step behind it, and I just step here, and I win. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? Sometimes I just don't calculate the steps. Sometimes you have to figure out, hey, can my king catch that pawn? And in my mind, I was like, no, that king won't catch that pawn. Oh, okay. Well, that was round 4. There's only one round left. And thank God, right? Like, we're now 2 out of 4, and it's 2 draws, 1 win, and 1 loss. And round 5 was just like Tifton, was not pretty. We'll see you for round 5.